Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classics Non Classics. This is episode number 2394 and Doubleshot number 2288. I got two more trades for you. First up is the last trade to discuss for this franchise because there's nothing left, and I do repeat, nothing. The other is basically a mini-series Social with Hulk. We have West Coast Avengers Volume 1, West Coast. Collecting Avengers West Coast, Volume 3, Issues 1 through 4, along with the first issue of Unbelievable Gwenpool, and Issue 6 for Young Avengers. In case you're curious about Young Avengers number 6, this is mostly put, I've kind of discussed already in the Hawkeye trades, we'll discuss it here again. It is mostly put basically the first time Clint meets Kate Bishop. That's most what this is, and also the fact that in the book we have Kate on a date with one of her previous boyfriends, the Patriot. This was the second one. Yep. Of course, she's got a new book. Now, according to Kelly Thompson, I was asking about this. This book is a continuation of her Hawkeye book. Her Kate Bishop Hawkeye book, which was really, really good. That Marvel stupidly canceled after only 16 issues. And then you have this book, lasted for a year, and it's canceled because of a joke. Yeah. So, here's your line for this West Coast group, this brand new West Coast Avengers. And by the way, the only person associated with the original West Coast is Hawkeye, Clint Barton. Because most of the way you have basically Clint, Kate, along with Miss America, because why not? We also have Foose, who is, I think it's supposed to be Kate Bishop's boyfriend, because she's like kissing this issue. There's also Gwenpool. Yes, Gwenpool is here. And they have one member who joins the team. Well, first they end up fighting a 50-foot Hawkeye, a 50-foot Tiger, but the person who else joins them is Quintire. Yes, I'm not sure exactly why in the world they had him join the team, but apparently there's a guy whose whole thing makes people make out with each other. And first thing he does, he kisses Kate, which probably makes her boyfriend jealous. Yep. Bodak. Bio or bi orgasm dying for all will for kissing. He's like, okay. And of course, Gwenpool's like, what the censor? Yep. So, what does this guy do? Make people make out. So, this whole thing joke about MODOK, and then of course, apparently there's this alleged backstory of this guy. So, how does he prove his point by whole thing make people kiss? Well, first we also have Clint and Hawkeye break into the facility, and then we have Quintire and Gwenpool make out, and then, yeah, and of course, yeah, and you have America's like, I have seen Quintire make out with somebody. That's my reality. I can never go back. It's like a burn to my retinas. No matter how much blink, there it is. Yeah. Here it is. Quintire making out with the hot Gwenpool. You're probably asking, does this lead anywhere? Nope. Because after this book wraps up, this whole thing is never mentioned ever again. Yep. So, yeah. So, you have Kate with her boyfriend Foose. Yeah. Then, of course, 50-foot Tigra. This, of course, is a lot of fun. And, of course, this whole thing is like coming out party for them. They with this 50-foot Tigra. Then, of course, she's able to return back normal. And where is MODOK? Kate launched out of space. Yep, so, oh yeah, and once again, Quentin and Gwen basically making out. They go on a talk show. Jimmy Kimmel, of all things. Yeah, then we see people watching. We see the second eel. We see Santana. He's like, oh, I just relocated. How tiresome. He also have Graviton. Well, there goes neighborhood. The Dutch Owl Oven. Yes, seriously, this guy calls you reject me in your peril, West Coast Avengers. and Madame Mystique. I heard some folks. I heard it was here, first folks. The West Coast Avengers are back in business, and she says, "Nah, my watch." Yep. And that's this run in a nutshell. By the way, I get this book at 9.5 out of 10. This book is amazing. It was stupid of Marvel to end this really good book, because Kelly Thompson, if you read any of her books, like with the exception of the Captain Marvel book, they have a tendency to not last for more than a year. Yes, seriously. And by the way, it is not her fault. Oh no, it is not her fault. The fact that all these really good books that she puts out, that she puts her heart into these books. Whether they all get canceled for like 12, 15 issues, and yet Captain Marvel's other books still publishing, up until very recently. Yeah, I've talked about this and she responded to me about it, but even she would agree with this, basically that her run at Marvel has become a lot of really good titles. Here's the problem with basically Kelly Thompson's work at Marvel. It's not her. It's not her. It's not the artist. It's not the editors. It's the marketing. I blame the fact this book probably was poorly marketed, and the fact that Marvel just probably just shoved this on the shelf without like any bit of marketing. I kind of knew the series was coming back. This book only came out just about 5 years ago. Now here's something strange though. Why did it take me so long to review this book after I reviewed Volume 1 about a few years ago? Because, well, I told away from my local library to get my hands on it. And I was like, wait, I can order this from ILL. So I ordered from there. So that's the reason why I ordered it. So now pretty much West Coast Avengers is done. Yes. As much as I love reviewing the series and reading it, like, I'm out of stuff for it. I'm completely done. Like, this is one franchise I'm completely 100% done with. Like, I reviewed all 3 volumes, all the annuals. Like, unless Marvel plans to bring back the West Coast Avengers, like, I'm pretty much done with the franchise. But it's a good franchise. The only thing kind of associated with that I had is maybe still Avengers, but that's mostly put a spotlight book focused Avengers members. But if you think about it, like, you think, okay, what are ongoing series left to go Avengers aside from the main book? Just still Avengers. And that's it. Because Initiative is done. Mighty Avengers is done. New Avengers, Dark Avengers, Mighty Avengers, all done. So Avengers, obviously, all done. And, well, I would probably say the only one left aside from the main book is maybe the Revive and Kenny Avengers. And that's it. But yeah. Love the fact I got this done. Like, if you think overall, this book, overall, over the course of 3 volumes, published like almost 125 issues overall, seems like. If you count it up. Alright. Next up we have is Planet Hulk Worldbreaker. Mostly put for this mini-series. By the way, it's only 5 issues. Written by the guy who originally wrote Planet Hulk, Greg Pak. This is sort of a alternate tale, maybe, from what I can tell, with Manu Garrido. I don't think it's the original artist. It's mostly about its tale set in the future. Pretty much like people who are offspring of the Hulk fighting similar battles like he did when he was on the planet. Korg is somehow still alive despite the fact he was alive in the 21st century. The story itself was really interesting. There's even a backup story that is set just during the time of Immortal Hulk. And here's the thing about this book. And if you're reading Avengers, you'd be really ticked off the fact that this is so inconsistent of how Jason was right here. Because look, here's She-Hulk. Normal She-Hulk. Not big bulky Hulk in a wig. Normal She-Hulk talking to her cousin's son, Sakaar. And it's a nice story. I do appreciate Greg Pak did this. Because after all, he did create Sakaar. So, yeah, he wrote the story of Roman F. Bishes on the artwork. If you're curious about the cover right here, is Cara Pachia, Pagan, Jason Paz, and Chris Summer, who was the colorist for this book. Yep. This book is just really good. I thoroughly enjoy this. I mainly got this because I like Planet Hulk. I give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Still got more stuff review Hulk though. Don't worry about that. So, yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. Next up, the Misfit Demon Academy, and hopefully you can see 2 anime after that. No problem. Okay. See you. Bye.